We begin in Cedar Rapids, where Senator Chuck Grassley opens his newest congressional office.
He also talked about the impending fiscal cliff that Americans face in January if steps are not taken to prevent higher taxes and deep spending cuts. CBS 2's Brian Scott spoke with the senator this afternoon.
He's here now with tonight's top story. Brian.
Oh yeah, guys, the deadline is fast approaching to prevent that fiscal cliff. And here's what's at stake if Congress doesn't make any progress. An average of $3,700 in tax increases on individuals, plus massive cuts to defense and a likely increase to the already high unemployment rate. But a local congressman is confident that they can avoid that. It'll just take something rarely seen in Washington these days.
Oh, I see.
Senator Charles Grassley finally has a home in the corridor, one of the finishing touches on the new federal courthouse.
It is a beautiful building, a beautiful addition to Cedar Rapids.
But he doesn't even have a desk in the new office. He says he won't need it. There's too much work to do in Washington, especially preventing the fiscal cliff.
With 8% unemployment, 23 million people finding a job, the government shouldn't be taking more capital out of the economy.
Most lawmakers seem to agree and say the only way to do that, through compromise.
I've got the pen, ready to sign the bill right away.
The president says he won't accept a tax increase on the middle class, but is ready to compromise elsewhere.
I've invited leaders of both parties to the White House next week so we can start to build consensus around the challenges that we can only solve together.
It shows a good faith effort on his part to show the leadership that, quite frankly, he didn't show over the last year and a half.
Republican leaders want to see the Bush-era tax cuts extended and cut other areas like Medicaid to fix the problem. But they, too, say it's time to work across the aisle. Grassley says there's no other way.
There will be middle ground sought, and it will be successful, I believe.
Now, we've heard a lot of analysts say things like that there may be about 2 months to really fix this problem, but in all actuality, with the holiday breaks figured in, it's only more like 2 or 3 weeks. In the studio, Brian Scott, CBS 2 News.